Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see today I have a really big box to open, a big heavy box, and you probably can guess what this is just based on the shape in my last couple videos. And so let's get into this. I'm sure you saw the thumbnail by now too, so let's get they were not lying. This is a pretty box, so let me try to keep this in shot. We're game. I mean, you don't really know until you actually see it. This thing is heavy. People were not exaggerating. People were not exaggerating. So that is the box. Before, I'm not gonna take the plastic out. That thing is heavy. My goodness, that's heavy. So in the main box you have the power brick. And everybody's been complaining about the power brick. It is a massive, I mean, look at that. It is a massive, I mean, you could, I would hate for that to like fall off the table on my foot or something. Like, it is pretty large. People were not, this, okay, we're doing this. Okay, that's a filler. Okay, that's okay. Only thing in that is the power. Only thing in that is the power. So let's move this off the desk. Alright, and let's bring this back. We're gonna put this right in the middle. And my good reflecting off of it. So let's turn this over. This is a really heavy. It is not, people have not been exaggerating how heavy this is. I don't know, is it heavy quality? Does heavy mean quality in this case? Let's open this up. You guys know me, I'm in my packaging, so let's take this off gently. Okay. Move this plastic out the way. Okay. So, okay, there's a little magnet there. Ooh, okay, that's only on one side, so magnet. Alright, you all ready? So there is a etched in design, and it's basically the laptop. I know people have been wondering what's on it, but it's basically the laptop, and it's almost like a tear down, if you will. Oh, so that's, yeah. So that whole thing is the laptop. So it really is that heavy. It's not. My goodness. Ugh. For 17 inches, it is thin. I mean, look at that. Let me set that off to the side. Inside the box, this is my first Alienware anything. So, yeah, first Alienware anything. So, what we got in here. 100% recycled plastics, that is amazing. 25% from ocean-bound surfaces. So we have our support. We have our, okay, Alienware is basically like its, you know, calling card, if you will. You got the stickers, Alienware stickers. You got, this looks just like a quick setup guide. Yeah, so you got the quick setup guide that comes along with it as well. I mean, so that's pretty simple, right? Double wrapped. I mean, we got wrapping on the box. We got wrapping on got the Alienware alien head there. We got box plastic and laptop plastic. They really are cleaning up that ocean. Hopefully this doesn't end up back in the ocean. Okay. And it's not as bad you know, in the hands, I mean, inside the box, it is heavy. But inside on the hands, it's not at all. So, I mean, it feels really good. I mean, I sent the Asus back, the ROG Strix Scar 15, to replace it with this one, and just the materials. There's the inputs back there. Here, side. There's the other side where the power goes into right there in your front. And it is, I mean, it is solid. Oh. You can almost hear the mechanics ting a little bit. I don't know. The keyboard on the Asus ROG Strix was so nice, and this one is kind of weird because, and okay, weird is a bad word, but there's an indent here and there's an indent here, and the keyboard kind of slopes down into that indent like that, and so you're typing down into that, but it is a crisp, you hear that? It is a crisp strike, and so it feels solid, but it's that's gonna get some getting used to, because it kind of has this weird feeling because it's going down into that, but it's a solid strike. The key travel fits really good, and the shift button is not an issue. I know people have been talking about the shift button right there next to that. It's not an issue at all. It's in the right spot. I don't see any problems there. So, okay, so now we got it set up on the desk, and again, different angle. There's the keyboard that I was speaking of, but it feels good. It's really tactile. It's really clicky. These secondary keys are not the same. So those definitely feel different. As you can hear, there's no click there. So they don't have the same there. So that's interesting. So let's fire it up. Let's see what the battery has to offer. If the battery has nothing, then we will plug it in. I'm getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. There we go. We're powering on for the first time. Alienware. And this is my first, as I mentioned earlier, this is my first Alienware, and it's also my first, believe it or not, it's my first Intel-based PC. And all the PCs I've ever built have been AMD. I've been Team Red the entire time. And that's now going on.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Hey, how are you?
A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do.
Absolutely.
Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen. Want to use that one?
No. I don't want to use that. Ooh. Ooh. That feels good. Let's connect
now
to that.
type your credentials.
Let me. This feels really good.
Use Windows Hello
the
to unlock your
keyboard
PC.
and
Quick as a
the
wink,
touchpad
with just
feels
your
really
face.
good.
No
It's-
wink required. Want to set that up now?
Yes. Set up.
Okay, hold still for a second. We need to learn to recognize you.
Oh, wrong camera.
Want to set up a pin?
Yes. You know, this feels high. So far really good. The setup is smooth, and as you see and hear, it's voice instructed and you can speak to it. It sets it up without you touching anything if you really didn't want to, but other than like entering your key for your network and your password. But the keys feel really good. Let's talk about my system. So the configuration that I have the 11th gen i9 11980HK, and that's the fully overclockable, version of the 11th generation i9. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, and that is the higher tier RAM that they have, as an option now. But what I did do is that I went with the smaller 512 gigabyte hard drive, and I'm only going to run my my operating system off of that. And what I got for my main rig is this bad boy right here, and I'm going to be putting this in it in the next video. And once I make that change, I will update everyone on that. But let's jump into these benchmarks on the base system as it is now, as described. Okay, so that is all for me tonight. As I've said, I'm going to be adding my new hard drive into the laptop, and then I'm going to run the benchmarks again. So thank you for stopping by. Please let me know your questions in the comments. I'm super excited to jump into this and see how it compares to my last laptop, the AMD 5900HX and the RTX 3080 16GB variant. So super excited to see what it compares to. So far so good. Really love the way the keyboard feels. It was weird at first, but as I worked through kind of setting it up and going through the Geekbench scores and different things like that and using the browser, It feels really responsive, and the touchpad feels really good. So more to come. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. And also stay cozy in that crazy world. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.